Now we know what the Ninja Turtles movie should actually have been called. It should have been called the April O'Neil movie featuring the Ninja Turtles as faithful sidekicks. Because honestly, from beginning to end, I felt like this was April O'Neil's movie. She had the one with the tragic backstory. And in fact, you hear this throughout the movie about her past with the Turtles. Yeah, she already has a past with the Turtles that leads to the fact that without her, none of this would be possible. None of the Turtles would have even existed if it wasn't for April O'Neil. She is the goddess savior of the Ninja Turtles. And ultimately at the end, she gets in the final blow on the Shredder, almost making it feel like she was the main hero. And the Turtles were pretty much trained to be her support. So either someone really loves the character April O'Neil, wrote her as a badass, or someone actually really loves Megan Fox, the actress, and rewrote the April O'Neil character to make Megan Fox look like a badass. Either way, that's completely up to the audience as to which one they want to believe. All the stories, all the rumors, all the skepticism, I'm not going to talk about that here. But I will say Megan Fox as an actress still is pretty much bad. She's still breathing through her mouth all the time, never closing her lips. It's like, lady, breathe through your nose. It's there for a reason. And then the blank stares most of the time, especially when she's riding her bike throughout the city. And then even the monotone voice comes up way too often. So yeah, April O'Neil is not the best actress. And the fact that she's put into the front lines of this movie so much just, really downgrades the movie itself. But I will say the Turtles themselves and Splinter, best part of the movie, which thankfully so, because this is still technically the Ninja Turtles movie. They should be the best part of it, even if they're not they don't put too much focus on, they put more focus on April O'Neil than they do the Turtles. But the fact that they are the best part of the movie is still the saving grace. They are fantastic characters. And yes, I will say, while the faces, when I first saw them in the trailer, was kind of like taking me back, like, whoa, what's with the faces? I have to remember that really, when you think about it, the Turtles have never been the most attractive heroes in any medium, comic book, TV show, anything. They've always been, it's Turtles. How can you make Turtles attractive? So, because really, the Turtles are attractive personality-wise. They have great chemistry with each other. They're brothers. They have great comedic timing when they need to be. They get very serious when it needs to be. Their fighting scenes are very suspenseful and, really quick and just full of energy. And it is fantastic. CGI, for the most part, is very noticeable at times for being cartoony. But I think that's what they're going for, because those sort of scenes were meant to be, cartoony in a way for their comedy. It wasn't distracting from the film. As far as distracting goes, though, the camera work for the most part was distracting. There were some scenes that had nothing to do with fighting. There was no fighting at all, and yet the camera still shook so much. Even when people were talking, it's just like, why is the camera moving when people are talking? Stop moving the camera. I want to hear what they're saying and not get dizzy from just watching them on the screen. But yeah, I don't know if I got used to it or the movement of the camera got, less and less prevalent. But yeah, either, I didn't notice it as much, but you will notice it the first 10-15 minutes the camera moves way too much. The villains are fantastic, but it also shares the same problem as the hero side. As April O'Neil was put into focus a lot more than the Turtles, at least for me personally, Eric Sachs was put on focus way more than the Shredder. The Shredder was in the background with the shadows covering his face, which is great. He should be a threatening image, an icon. symbol of power, especially when he's in his new Shredder robot samurai suit with, I still have no idea why, but 7 knives coming out of each arm that can just fly out and they come back. I have no idea why. It's over the top. I'll say this real quick. Shredder's new outfit was cool at first, but the knives was just over the top. All that technology we could have done without. Just keep basic 2 knives in each arm. Boom, boom, done. But yeah, like I said, Shredder is mostly in the background, in the shadows, kind of in a way waiting for his moments. Like, is it time to kick ass? Is it time to kick ass? Oh, it's time to kick ass? I'll go kick ass. And he does kick ass. But Eric Sachs himself, he's the one coming up with the plan. He's the one guy, doing all the work, to take over the city. And he's ultimately the one that caused more pain to April O'Neil's past than Shredder ever did. Shredder, all he did was kind of fight Splinter to us, and Splinter put up a damn good fight, for a rat. He was pretty damn good. But yeah, Shredder didn't really do much. I mean, he was just there to fight the Turtles, and that he did. Okay, good. April O'Neil and Eric Sachs, they have the history together. She is the one who has to overcome, Eric Sachs as the villain for something he did to April O'Neil in her past. It's just, okay, all right, well, whatever. Can we get back to the Turtles? As far as the villain's plan, though, it kind of seemed counterproductive. It almost looked like it was gonna bite them in the ass because it made no sense. It was not well thought out enough, and really, it was just kind of boring as hell. In fact, you can almost consider it a cartoon plot from the 80s. And yeah, but this was definitely not a movie for a deep storyline. A very deep threat to the city itself. In fact, it almost felt like it was just, if you take all the way April O'Neil's stuff, the human characters, the danger to the city, and you just focus on the Turtles, their relationship together, and then their final battle with the Shredder, boom, done. Fun, probably 22 to 35 minute episode right there. And it's great. Every time the Turtles are there, fantastic. Comedy, drama, good heartfelt moments. Really quick though. And every time they're having a fight with Shredder, boom, threatening, suspense, great energetic action scenes. Done. So really, the Ninja Turtles movie is only good when the Ninja Turtles are on screen. And especially when they're fighting the Shredder. Thank God for that. If it wasn't for that, if they somehow managed to screw up the Shredder and the Ninja Turtles, this movie really would have gone down the shitter. But again, ignore the human characters. Ignore the other villains. Just focus on Shredder, Ninja Turtle, Splinter. You have a great, fun popcorn movie, and that's ultimately what we really expected from a Ninja Turtles movie produced by Michael Bay. Now, I never really watched the TV show, so maybe this movie is more closely adapted to that TV show. To the current one, not the one from the, I believe, 80s or 90s? I believe 80s. But either way, I'm sure the TV show is in a way better than this movie was. But yeah, like I said, this movie is a lot of fun. Only when really the Turtles and the Shredder are on screen. And that's all I really expected. That's all I really wanted from this movie. Give us Turtles? Great. You gave us Turtles. Give us Shredder? Great. You gave us Shredder. A bit over the top, but you gave us Shredder nonetheless. And he was threatening. Fantastic. Good job. So, I'd say it was successful. It got me entertained for I believe an hour 40 minutes it was. And 40 minutes of Turtles and Shredder. fantastic, great. But yeah, I didn't feel like there was gonna be a sequel. I mean, Shredder's still alive, of course, so maybe. But whether they have a sequel or not, who knows? If it's gonna be any better, probably. I mean, they can't do any worse than this one, can they? I didn't feel like they could. Let's hope not. So either way, hopefully there'll be a sequel. So I'll see you until then. I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.